What's good, beautiful people? It's your girl Donna with the I'm Donna podcast, and I'm so grateful to be here with you all. Thanks for sharing this moment of your life with me. So, let's get into our affirmation, and our affirmation for today is I deserve the love I desire. I deserve the love that I desire. And so, today, I know I'm always love and light and examine your internal state, and I'm definitely for that, right? And it is about examining your internal state. It is about resonating at a level where you will attract the love that you desire, where you will attract the love that resonates and fulfills what you require or what you would like in the third dimension. And I say the third dimension because we have everything that we need inside of us in our spiritual world, in our energetic world. We have it all. We just need to access it. And of course, we're experiencing this physical reality. And it is nice, you can experience whatever you want to experience. So, if you want to experience a beautiful love, a real love, you have to be that already, right? So I say all that because a lot of times when we're resonating at a place of hurt, at a place of pain, we attract in other people who are at a place of hurt and at a place of pain. And these relationships, they're all interacting and reacting within the ego, within the ego, okay? Within the mind, not within the heart. And so, a lot of times when we are at a place of pain, hurt, we're the type of people that give all the time, that feel that we need to give of ourselves and give and give and give. And that's the way we think it should be. It doesn't have to be that way. You don't have to give so much of yourself until you have nothing else to give. We do have physical needs. We do have needs outside of our spiritual self. We do have needs outside of our energetic self. And yes, we have all of these things within us. However, if you want to experience it with another being, open up your heart and have no expectations. And when you do this, you allow for experiences to enter your world that you would never have imagined. And again, use your intuition to guide you, okay? You do not have to settle. I'm not telling you to settle. I'm not telling you to deal with people that you don't feel right within your soul to deal with. I want you to see within yourself that you have everything within you and you trust yourself. And so when you come across experiences that seem right for you, that resonate for you, then you'll be able to receive the love that you desire. So if you don't love yourself, if you feel hurt and pain for yourself, if you are full of trauma, you're going to keep attracting people that are full of trauma. Now, I'm not saying that they're going to be operating in the same way. They're going to be operating from trauma and pain from their level of reality, from their level of consciousness, from their life experiences, right? So, some people have an avoidant nature. Some people shut down when they experience a lot of emotion. Some people shut down when they experience love. They don't know how to deal with it. Some people overlove. I think, yeah. Or, they give so much of themselves because they don't want people to leave them. They have abandonment issues. So, who are you? What type of person are you? And oftentimes these two type of people, they end up being together, right? So the avoidant person who shuts down when they experience a lot of emotion, when they experience a lot of things, and the person who over gives, They overgive and the avoidant continues to shut down, right? And then there's a constant struggle. I know people have experienced this before. This is a dynamic, and sometimes people will call this like empath and narcissist, and there's so many terms that people try to put on it. However, I want us to look outside of the labels because these labels do nothing but keep us stuck, right? These words, these labels, all of these things, right, are used in order to communicate in a way that a lot of times creates duality or a lot of times creates confusion, right? Yes, we say that words mean things, and that is true when it comes to, you know, everyday life, right? But again, like I said before, plenty of times we're spiritual beings living a human experience. So, a lot of times we try to label everything to feel better about it, right? Because it hurts. Okay. So somebody's avoiding you, somebody's not treating you in the manner that you think they should treat you. You call them a narcissist, or someone is holding on tight because they love you, or I wouldn't even say that's love. They care a lot about you, or they are trying to hold on to something that they forgot that they had within themselves. And so you call them clingy, or too much. So I say all this to say that when we are both experiencing when both versions of these people are experiencing trauma or have experienced trauma, the response may be different. And like I said, you don't usually see overgivers together. You don't usually see avoidance together, right? Because it's just going to be too much of the same thing. It's usually opposites attract. And technically, it's not opposite, right? Technically, it is really the same. It's just two ends of the spectrum, two ends of this. It's just the other side of the coin, right? Two different sides of a coin. I guess that's what you can say. So, when it comes to receiving the love you desire, you have to give that love to yourself and you have to truly love yourself from the inside. Okay? You know, pop culture, social media, everything, self-help books will tell you to, okay, do a glow up, right? And that's all fine and good. But if the inside is still feeling lack and not good enough, then you still gonna continue to attract it, right? How many people have a glow up? They look amazing. Yeah, they're attracting in a lot of different people. However, is it really good for their soul? Is it really good in what they want for themselves? See, some people experience relationships on different levels, right? Where the people feel as though, oh, I have a good relationship because nothing's wrong. And that's all well and good. Or they feel as nothing's wrong. They're operating and they're able to coexist in the same life, in the same lifestyle. They have everything going for them. And some people always feel a tug for it's something off, right? It's something off. And you just feel like you just can't seem to get it right. And that's because it's something off within you. Okay? It's something off within you. So take a check of your internal state. Take a check of your internal state to see what are you dealing with, right? What are you dealing with to attract in the experiences that you are not aligned with, that you're not happy with. A lot of times these experiences teach us a lot of things, right? The overgiver, the avoidant is teaching you to give to yourself, right? And the the avoidant is learning from the overgiver to learn how to accept and receive love and give to themselves. When you don't think you deserve certain things, when you don't think you deserve love, sometimes you either give it away or reject it. So, again, what are you attracting? How are you attracting these things? What are you not dealing with? It's not always the other person. Honestly, a lot of times we just don't want to take accountability for our part in a situation. We go through things, we attract situations, and we're in the same patterns, and then we don't want to take accountability for our part. I'm not saying you did anything necessarily bad, all right? Or that would be considered necessarily, to mess the relationship up. It's more about you allowing things or having poor boundaries. And sometimes you might have done something wrong, or I don't even like to say wrong because really it's not about right or wrong. Sometimes you might have been in a situation or created an experience or a situation that was not in alignment, right? And so that creates conflict and leads to destruction and leads to hurt and leads to pain. And so when you're not in alignment with yourself, you're attracting experiences that are not in alignment with yourself, and you're attracting love that is not in alignment with what you want. So when you start to truly love yourself, and I know it's like, love yourself. How do you do that? How do you start to love yourself? Well, first, loving yourself starts with accepting yourself, accepting all of who you are. Who are you? And if you don't know who you are, you have to figure that out too. You have to pay attention to things that light you up, that excite you. Understanding and accepting all of you is looking at your shadow. And when I say look at your shadow, I mean the things that you try to push down, the things that you try not to acknowledge, the things that you try to point the finger at other people for. Accept yourself wholly, radically in this moment. The way you look, the way you act, the things you don't like about yourself, the things you do like about yourself, the things you're afraid to show. All of these things are important. And that is how you start to love yourself, to start accepting these things. When you start to accept things, if you necessarily think that they're, I guess, negative, then when you accept them, shed the light of awareness on them, you're able to release them. Because once a light is shined on the darkness, there's no longer darkness there, right? I mean, the darkness is always there, but once you shed a light on it, then poof, it's gone. You can see it clearly. You can see clearly. So when you can see clearly, you're able to move and create different experiences for yourself, right? Because there's a light guiding your path. So when your light of awareness is guiding your path, then that light of awareness will reveal to you experiences that are for you. Or that light of awareness will blind experiences that are not for you. It will keep it away. You will be divinely protected. You're always divinely protected. You're always divinely guided. However, if you're not seeing that, if you're not following that guidance, if you're not aware enough to listen to that guidance, feel that guidance, however it comes to you, then you're going to be lost. When they speak about the light, they're speaking about that light that guides you, that shines on all of the things in the dark. Those things that you keep hidden. So when you have integrity for yourself, integrity for who you are, and accept all of that, then you're starting to love yourself. Because none of this other stuff matters. Of course, you feel like it matters because of the programs, because of the systems, because of social media telling you you should look like this, you should do that. Because when you're not loving yourself, you feel the need to grab and grasp for validation. When you're not loving yourself, you feel the need to look for it outside of yourself. It's okay to experience love with another person. However, when you really want to experience true love, you have to love yourself first. When you really want to experience a beautiful love, loving yourself first is going to guide you to whoever you're going to experience that with. And then when I'm saying don't have expectations, I mean, don't expect it to look like the societal norms. Don't expect it to look like what society has told you all of your life. What these programs are telling you that you need to get married at this age, you need to have a family by this age, you need to do this and do that and do that. No. Stop having these expectations because that can be blocking you from your blessings, blocking you from the love that you want. When you putting pressure on things and situations and experiences to be a certain way, then you won't be able to fully experience the fullness of these things because you have too many expectations. It's not about standards. It's not about lowering your standards or anything like that. Okay? Because when you're in alignment, everything is going to be within your standards. I'm putting quotes, okay, on that because even that becomes different when you're in alignment with who you truly are, when you're truly loving yourself. So, being in alignment, loving yourself, understanding who you are allows you to attract the experiences you want. You will attract the love of your life based on that. And again, the love of your life might not even look like what you thought. And I'm not even talking about physical. And you already the love of your life, for real. If you really want to, if you really want to be serious, you already the love of your life. So when you're the love of your life, anything outside of you that you're attracting in will resonate at your level. So it will only complement you. It won't take from you. So you won't feel the need to feel as though people are not reciprocating with you, to feel as though people are not meeting your standards. Again, I'm using quotes for that because really that will all change. I'm not here to say that I'm right about everything. I'm here to help you guide yourself. Help you help you. Really, that's why I'm here. Okay? So, if you want to experience a love that is fulfilling, you have to fulfill that within yourself first. Okay? All right, beautiful people. I want to thank you for joining me and sharing this moment of your life with me. If you follow me on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, wherever you're joining in from, I just want to thank you. And yeah, until next time, I'll see you later. Bye.